Okay, finally, we're back, because yay. Thanks, OBS. Did we really learn to hate this program sometime? Okay, hold on a minute. I gotta take... No, you... Holy crap. Okay. Yes, yes. Yes. You go here. You go here. You go here. I'm sure you're all screwed up because reasons. Bloody hell. So all the stuff that I normally do before the stream starts, I have to redo because OBS shat itself. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, no, this was not a Twitch issue. This was an OBS issue. This was OBS quite literally crapping itself. All right, now I have one last thing to put up, and it's that. And where did you go? Where did... Okay. Okay, there. Finally, everything is working back the way that it should be. It just took me far too long to make that occur. Again, because YouTube. Or because OBS. Thanks, OBS. Alright, I've just about got this cleaned up. At this point, the rest of this stuff I can clean up later. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hi. What a mess. Alright, let's get back to doing some boats. Now, let's see. I can put that away, and let's put this back up. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay, Striker. See you, buddy. All right, what have you guys put in the queue here? I saw Kid and Helena earlier. Algerie. I don't even know what the hell that is. Xanda. Puddin puts in Hindi. Karajas puts in Flint. I like those two. What is a Port Jackson? What is a Port Jackson? Some stupid Commonwealth thing, isn't it? I'm not playing that. Go away. No, take your points back. Tier 2 Commonwealth cruiser. No. No. No, it was the Tier 2 Chaser. I just looked it up. Either way, no. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is that... Do I have a new chat window even? It should be the same chat window, shouldn't it? Maybe not. Hold on. It probably isn't, but for reasons. Okay. Xanda, do me a favor, put Munich in the queue. Hold on a minute, I gotta fix something else now. Because OBS. There we go. Now I have to move. Hold on. No. Okay, well, actually, yes. You, and then... You, and then... You. There we go. And so now, it should be finally working again, so that when I do this, it actually shows up over here. Yes, brilliant. Okay. I love streaming on YouTube because the extra audience is nice and all the rest of that stuff, but Madre de Dios, when a stream craps itself, it's so easy to restart Twitch, and YouTube makes it this insane chore. It's like, I sort of don't understand why YouTube doesn't... Twitch is not perfect, far from it, but from a tech perspective, they make it so easy. Oh, things crapped out. I'll just hit restart. Is Zara in the queue? She is not Black Dude. Please, by all means. Abyss, I'm gonna hold off on the kid request for now. I'm gonna go do Helena. I feel like getting out of high tier games for a little while. I've been playing too much high tier. Let's go do Helena with my big fat America camo. No, it's not that, Puddin'. It's the. So there was a stretch about 3 years ago where the guy running YouTube Gaming, like, I followed him on Twitter. This was a dude who got it, right? He appeared to be actively pursuing the kinds of technical upgrades to YouTube that would allow it to function more like Twitch. Not that it would be a Twitch clone, blessedly. I don't want a Twitch clone. But that it would be the community building tools that Twitch has, giveaways and channel points and all this kind of stuff would be a thing. As frankly they should be, because they're great tools to engage your audience and keep them watching and build a community and have fun and, all these kinds of things. And YouTube does none of that. YouTube has access to just none of that because of the way it's structured. And so streaming on YouTube, as technically is easy to push the buttons, but some of the things that, if you come from a Twitch environment, a lot of the things that you want to do, you can't do. And then from a technical perspective, when stuff goes Tango uniform, like we just saw, the things that you want to be able to do to recover, you can't do on YouTube either. So that gets exhausting.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Cannon with the resub, thank you much. Cowboy with the resub, thank you much. Appreciate you guys being here. Cowboy time off was really good. We had a great time. We saw a lot of great things. We had a blast in Austria. We're ready to go. I'm ready to go back to Austria tomorrow. I've had my fill of Germany for a little while. There's plenty to see and do. We really enjoyed our trip to Neuschwanstein. Dachau and the National Socialist Museum in Munich were both well worth visiting. A little sobering. I particularly enjoyed the National Socialist Museum. I think we were only there maybe 2.5 hours, maybe 2. It's not a huge museum, but what I loved about it is, so much in the States, so much of, unless you take like a specific class for it, so much of the foundation of how did National Socialism happen isn't really understood, or isn't really taught. Let's say that's understood if you read about it, but we don't teach it. It's because it's not our history, it's German history. And the impact of National Socialism is world history, is part of our history. We learn that. But how did it happen, right? And the National Socialist Museum in Munich does a really good job of laying all of that out and kind of walking you through it and explaining it all. It's really, really, really good. We did not, Hetman. Kidney with the raid. Goodness gracious, welcome in, my friend. How you doing, sir? Give me a shout out for Kidney. Thank you kindly. Kidney, you staying dry? It's been a wet week across the state, man. We had a ton of rain down here today. All right, I got to think about my position. What am I trying to do here? See, Hedman, that would be a good read. But I got to say, we went to literally like the national. It's the National Socialist Archives, and they have a museum, and they take you through basically the rise and fall of National Socialism, all the way into like the 50s and 60s, which was fascinating to me. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know.
To Jurassic Park.
Keyboard Cowpoke, love the name. Welcome in. And we really enjoyed, I enjoyed that. It was kind of our last day, so we were kind of wearing down, but I particularly enjoyed that. The top 2 floors of that museum, basically starts with World War I, the impact on Germany, the Treaty of Versailles, that impact, the follow-on, and basically what you learn, again, stuff that some people probably already knew, but I didn't, that basically the 5 years immediately following the close of World War I were basically just political chaos in Germany. But it was a giant rumble between fascism and communism, and the Bolsheviks were a thing, and it was crazy, right? It was the Wild West. And right about the time, it's like just as things would start to settle out, something else would happen that would screw it all up again, right? Like just about the time it sounded like the Weimar Republic kind of got its crap together. They had all this massive inflation problems in like 1923 or 24, one of those 2 years, right? And then right about the time they got their handle on that, the Great Depression hit. And it was just like one thing after another. And they kept the whole thing just kind of buckled under the weight of of all of these socioeconomic problems they kept having. Oh, hi. I can shoot this Bismarck for free? Yes, please. Good morning, PJ. Oh, 100% grunty. Like, the reparations were a huge part of it. But it was a great museum. You know, you start to get a flavor of that when you go to Dachau. You know, one of the things that I learned, I would say learned, I guess I never really knew, but they do a great job of showcasing, let's say, is that, you know, the National Socialists, you know, almost as soon as they came to power, started building camps. And the first people to go into these camps were their political enemies, right? They just, like, started just grabbing everybody who had ever run against them, voted against them, you know, tried to imprison them, judges and lawyers that had taken them to court. All of these people started going to camps. And there was a notable differentiation between, you know, a concentration camp, a work camp, and the extermination camps that came later. One of the fascinating things that right as you go, one of the first things you see when you start going through the exhibits in Dachau is they have this giant map, and it's like 12 feet by 10 feet, like a huge map of Europe. And on this map, they show you, they highlight all of the various concentration, work, extermination camps, whatever, that the National Socialists built. And one of the things that becomes very clear is the extermination camps are almost all in Poland. They didn't build any of those in Germany. It's wild, right? So yeah, we're just kind of crushing. I'm just sitting here talking, not really contributing to the game, while my team just kind of just crushes this opposing team. So Wix, I mean, I took a lot of American history, and I took a little bit of world history. But there's so much world history that you just can't get enough of it, right? You can't get all of it to the point where you get that in depth with it. You have to really want to... What's up, Revenant Spider? How you doing, guys? You have to really want to... You have to spend the time to want to learn this subject on your own, really, in the States. And yeah, it was fascinating. I had a great time. I enjoyed both places. Dachau is sobering, to put it lightly. But I particularly enjoyed the National Socialist Archive because I thought they did a really good job of kind of laying it on the line. Just like, look, here's what happened, fellas. Like, we're not going to sugarcoat this for you, you know? And I'm like, well, that's the way you should learn history.
Welcome to Jurassic.
Metashell, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. No, Chaser, I know, that's my point. Like, my point is that you know, in order for it to be teachable here, you have to really go out of your way for it, right? Whereas, you know, I presume in Germany or in other countries that went through their fascist period around the same time, that it's much more mandatory. But here in the States, you know, we in the history classes that I took growing up, this is a long time ago, but in general, you get more of the impact, the result, the fallout of the rise of National Socialism in Germany. You don't really get taught why it happened, right? How it happened and why it came to be. All of these things are not really taught necessarily. And it's a shame. Because I think it's not only is it as a history lover, it's an interesting story. It's important to understand how these things happen in my mind, so that you can, you know, hopefully avoid repeating the same mistakes. Well, Merton, I think that's one of the things that impressed me so much about the way this museum was done. Was it was very clear that they were not shying away from it. They were like, no, this is what happened, fellas. Like this is absolutely what happened. Like we ain't sugarcoating this, right? Okay, I need to climb into this smoke without dying. Oh man, we're in a cyclone. These guys are hosed. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's my old buddy the Atago down there. Nope, you didn't make it. Try again. Yes, correct, Coughlin. Oh, someone's in here with us. Oh, hi, Mr. Harlem. How are you?
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
How long have I got on this smoke? 20 seconds. That feels kind of bad. Well, I'm probably going to die in here, but we're going to have some fun before it happens.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Hold on. Come on, AP. Come on, AP. Come on, AP. Let's go. Let's friggin' go. Yeah.
Destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Now, I can see the Gneisenau now over there, but I cannot spot him. I need to get my guns flipped and probably turned back. No, jumper. Okay, this is the trick. This is the trick. Okay, so you have to understand. It's about nomenclature. When you say concentration camp, it's not the same.
Our victory is inside.
Apparently, people who do this for a living classify the camps into several different categories. Okay, there were many concentration camps and work camps in Germany, but the extermination camps, we're talking about like industrialized murder factories. Okay, none of those were in Germany. You look at a map; they were basically all in Poland. Well, this game turned out to be a bit of a bust. Correct, Jumper, correct. And the death camps, as we would refer to them here in the West, basically none of those were built on German soil. Now, that's not to say that thousands of people didn't die in the regular LOL, work camps and stuff. They absolutely did. But it wasn't like the giant gas chambers and the big ovens and all that. That was not a thing in Germany. Well, I don't know if we're going to murder their ships or cap them out before the game ends. I think we're going to cap them out. So, Atago, help me understand, because I did a one-way ticket on a German train. We went from Stuttgart to Munich one way without a problem. Oh, exactly, Masonius. There were plenty. That's my point. There was plenty of death in those camps, 100%. But that was not their purpose. Like, that was not the reason that they were created. They obviously it happened, right? But like the stuff that Himmler and his buddies all built in Poland, like that was purpose built for what they were doing with it, right? Yes, exactly. Coughlin makes a great point, right? If you take your political enemies and you lock them up, then you don't have to worry about them anymore. So yeah, exactly. And it started out as largely political enemies, but then because they were so focused on grouping people into grouping people into identities, right? Oh, you're this. Oh, you're a gypsy, or oh, you're a Pole, or whatever, right? They had all these little classifications that once you fell into that class, whoosh, off you went to the camp, right? Or they would look for reasons to ship you off to the camp, right? You were considered undesirable or whatever. Anyways, good history lesson. If you ever get to go to Germany, it can be sobering, but I think you need to see it for yourself. I think it's something that everybody owes it to themselves to see, because even if you study history, there's a difference between reading in a book and seeing it with your own eyes, right? And there's also still people today that agreed. But there's also a subset of the populace that wants to pretend that these things didn't happen, right? And it's like, no, this absolutely happened, guys. We have film and photographs and survivors, and like this happened. Okay, like trying to say it didn't happen is like trying to say that the sky is green. It's just not true. So it's you know, if you ever make it over there, 100% worth it. I mean, you gotta kind of prepare yourself a little bit, right? Ginger and I, our particular day, we woke up that morning in Salzburg, which we adored Salzburg, ready to go back. And it was about 2 hours drive out to Dachau on the other side of Munich. And the whole time we're driving, we're like, man, are we ready for this? Like, I don't know. Are we ready for this? I don't know. You're kind of like psyching yourself up, right? Because you know, you have at least a pretty good idea of what you're about to see, right? Or at least of what you're about to be exposed to, right? You're about to be exposed to some of the worst of humanity, some of the worst things that humans have done to each other in our admittedly unpleasant history. And you're going to go stare it straight in the face. You're going to go walk right up to it, and there's that little mental battle in your head. Am I ready for this? Am I ready to deal with this? And as history nerds, we both knew that we were going to do it, but all the way in, that we were just that little mental conversation with yourself, like, am I ready for this? Am I really ready for this? True story. We were getting there right around lunchtime, and we needed to grab some food, and I assumed there wasn't going to be like a snack bar or something at this place. And so we get off the autobahn, we get off the highway, as we start to get close, I'm like, well, look around, you know, pull up the phone and see if you can find us some place to grab some lunch. And she finds this. She finds like a McDonald's like 2 kilometers away, and I'm like, perfect, plug it in. So we plug it into the nav, and literally we drive 2 hours out of Salzburg. The only time that we ate like American fast food the whole trip, but we just needed a quick lunch. We pulled into this McDonald's, you know, 2-3 kilometers outside the concentration camp, outside Dachau. We had lunch, right? Like, wrapped myself in a big old American flag. And then we got in the car, we drove over to the parking lot, parked, and went in and did the thing. Totally hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious. It was really funny. So Navy, here's the thing. True story, it's not really so much of a meetup as it was understanding what they had, understanding what the place was. I had seen these guys post on one of the Facebook groups for Garrison Brothers that I frequent, and I thought, oh, it's like a bar. It's not a bar. It's a tasting room. When you go in there, this is a guy who for the last 3 decades, and Black Duke, I got to send you his contact info. You're going to, like a link to the place. You're going to love this place. There's this little place in Munich, and it's called, he calls it, it's Mike's Whiskey Handle. And it's inside, or how you would say it in Germany, Whiskey Handel, or something like this. My German accent is terrible. Ignore it. Just pretend I don't have one. It's in central Munich, like you're walking. It's very easy walk from one of the subways, one of the U-Bahn stops, and but it's inside a lighting shop. You don't know what you're getting into. You walk into this lighting shop. You go up a set of stairs, and it's like one room built onto the side, like it was probably like a storeroom at one point, and this guy has turned it into a tasting shop. You go in there, and he has like like the traditional long wooden bar with the mirrors and all the bottles and a bunch of booze. The whole room smells like cigar smoke, like permanently smells like cigars in this room. Almost, Hetman, almost. And over the sign, when you walk in the room, over the sign, it says, over the door, it says American, in English, American Whiskey Academy. And you go in there, and he has just hundreds of bottles of American whiskeys and bourbons that he's been importing for literally 30 years. He's got Weller and Blanton's and Garrison and all kinds of Texas stuff. Some of that I've heard of, some of that I haven't tried. There's a place up in Palestine that makes one called Tawaquero, which is an old I think Caddo Indian name that they adopted from where they are. He gave us a sample of that. Delicious. But it's a tasting room, right? It's not a bar. You don't go in and say, "Give me a pour of that." No. He is there to import and sell bottles. So he has a price list for you to buy bottles of American bourbon and whiskey that he has imported to Germany. And while you're in the room, you can ask for samples and taste whatever he's got available. but you're not there to go in and sit and drink. That's not the point of the place. Now, I also got the impression from some of the literature that he had, like, posters and stuff on the wall, that they do, like, tasting classes. So, like, you know, if you're, let's say you're a European and you're used to a whole bunch of scotch, but you're not really used to American bourbons and whiskeys, you can go in there and they'll do, like, a big flight tasting class they'll try stuff and... Yeah, chaser, exactly. A sommelier for whiskeys. Same idea. It was a really neat place. Don't get me wrong. It was awesome. We hung out for about, 20, 30 minutes and just visited with the guy, and he let us sample a couple of things, and then off we went, right? It was a neat stop. I was glad I found it. It's the sort of thing that if I was going to spend more time in Munich and he was going to have like an organized event or something that I knew about, I would go. But it's not the kind of place that you're just like, hey, it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to go get a drink. No, it's not a bar. They close at 6, right? It's shop hours, right? When the lighting shop closes, this place is gone. So, but it was really, really cool. I did not visit any of the monasteries, Jumper. We took a walking tour of Munich, and we got to kind of start to understand how the place was founded, right? But we did not do any other tours. There was a big long line to go up to the top of the tower at St. Peter's, which apparently offers one of the best views of the city and the surrounding area, but we did not do that. By the time that we we basically spent 2 days kind of exploring just Munich itself. By the time we got to that point, it was the last 2 days of the trip, we were starting to run down. So they were kind of lower key days for us than we had taken earlier in the trip. So great time though, great time. Okay, we did Helena. That game turned out to be a little disappointing. I'm going to take Adaldrell's Algerie request. I have not played Algerie in a very, very long time, and I want to play Algerie because she is a fun boat. But this is a heavy cruiser, so I got to change my mindset. Oh, elusive, that was terrible. That was terrible. Why is this ship white? Did I get some kind of funky camo for this thing? This ship's like blinding all of a sudden. What happened here? What is this? Polar ice caps. My God. That is blinding. I mean, that's not bad. Or I can put on the pew pew camo, which I'm always a fan of. The space pew pews camo. This is one of my favorites. This makes the ship look Italian. It's so white. Like, look at that. Yikes. That's crazy. I don't like that one. Let's. Oh, 2,000 doubloons? I'm not spending that. Screw you. If it was like 200 doubloons, I'd do it. I'm not spending 2,000. I'll play the bio camo. Okay. What do we got? Yep. This is all good. Do I want hydro instead of defensive fire? Probably. Captain's a little on the low side, isn't he? Sure. Yes, because heavy cruiser. That would be good. Let's. I probably have not played this ship in 3 years, so let's set up the econ bonuses. Defensive fire is probably not going to be something I want to invest in on this ship, so that's fine. Luke's, we did go check out the Glockenspiel. Brutally honest, I was not impressed. I'm weird. We were supremely disappointed in the one in Rothenburg. Like, that was just not much of a thing at all. The one in Munich drew all of these crowds. Like, our walking tour started in front, right there in the square at Marienplatz, right? And we tried to... It took us forever to find the tour guide because there's so many bloody tourists and tours starting at this point. And we stood there and we watched the thing, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes. And at the end, I was like, "That's it? Okay." I'm a sucker, right? I just certain things don't impress me. That one just didn't impress me. All right, let's play Algerie. I gotta send your points back, Ice Rose. I do not own a Yorktown yet. Thank you, Electric, for the reminder. I will get to that. Zara and Tokachi. Okay. I think one of the things that impressed me, the train ride between... So the train ride between Stuttgart and Munich was both good and bad. It was bad because the train did not get where it was going on time. I was sort of prepared for that. It was good because it was very comfortable, and the train itself, surprisingly, went a lot faster than I was expecting. right? At one point, I have a picture that I posted. I should have posted it on Twitter. I know I posted it to my Facebook page, on my personal Facebook feed. But at one point, the train was going like about 210 kph, and I was like, wow, I didn't. Okay, no worries, Chaser. I was like, wow, I didn't know these trains went that fast. That's kind of cool. I was pretty happy with it. I was like, wow, okay, this isn't like Japanese bullet train speed, but this is pretty awesome. Keyboard, Pan-Asian cruisers are bad. They're just bad. As far as light cruisers go, there's so many better light cruisers in the game, it's not funny. The Pan-Asian cruisers, and this is a huge if you put your Pan-Asian cruiser in a portion of the map and the enemy team just continues to drive at you, they're tons of fun. But they're stupidly fragile, they're hard to position. Yeah, exactly, dude. It was a Deutsche Bahn ICE train. Correct, Xanda. The Intercity Express, I believe, is how they call it. I'm sure it has some German translation, but that was the intention of it. So yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of the Pan Asian cruiser line. I think they're a giant waste of time. I'm learning to like the Pan American cruiser line. Those ships I think are interesting. I bought a Santander the other day. I need to actually play that thing. I haven't tried it yet. But I quite enjoyed that one. That was fun.
Enemy force detected.
Do you really, Xanda? That's interesting. Nice. Nice, Grunty. Well, like I said, we hit 210. I was shocked. I had no idea they went that fast. I was like, that's pretty cool. We had a good... The train ride was very, very easy. I would 100% do that again. The lesson that I learned was we bought a ticket for a specific departure time. And then about a day before, I bought specific seats on that train. And then the morning of, they changed the train configuration and such that the seats that I had purchased were no longer available. In fact, that reminds me, I have to go get a refund. It's only like 12 or 13 euro, but I still need to get my money back. Anyways, so like, it was irritating. Oh, somehow I'm spotted. And it was irritating because we just happened to get to the train station so early that if I had bought a flex ticket, we could have just gone ahead and taken an earlier train and probably have been a little more comfortable. But we didn't. So in the end, like I said, lesson learned is buy the flex ticket. I'm not sure is this guy... Okay, he is awake. He's reversing. I see it now. Now, really? Hi.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
I probably don't want to be here now. Yeah, I don't want to be here now. Oh, my rudder's jammed. That's a huge problem. Let's not be here anymore, shall we?
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Awaiting instructions. Problem solved, sir. Torpedoes, direct front. Airborne.
Hey, look, my rudder's out again.
Activated.
This seems to be a consistent problem in this ship. Benson's gonna come save my ass. Look at that.
Awaiting instructions. Ship is on fire. Airborne. Fighter returning to ship. Awaiting instructions. Torpedoes to port.
Well, I'm not playing this ship very well right now,
Torpedoes to port.
which irritates me more than a little bit. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. I need to use this smoke to just retreat backwards.
Great start. Enemy destroyer foundered.
I'm not taking your crap, submarine. Piss off.
Problem solved, sir.
There are a whole lot of battleships over here for me to shoot at, which I like. I mean, Sergi, you can say whatever you want, but pound sand, because if I feel like yelling at the submarine, I'm going to yell at the submarine. This Tirpitz is literally stationary. Or no, he's creeping forward now. And I do mean creeping. Alright. Captain Genius up here is out of battery. That means he's going to have to be on the surface in a minute. These have got, mine have got a 7-kilometer range. 6, even worse. There's Captain Genius. Alright. He is super toast. Tirpitz does not have fire prevention. So I need to try to work on that here.
Engine boost deactivated.
Nagato seems to just be coming no matter what. Let's get these torpedoes on him. I'm going to short them just a hair. Okay. Get the guns ready. And he died. I love everything. I love all of it. All right. We're up 2 ships. I think we're in a decent position to pull this off. Let's see how we do. Uh-oh. Go kick Robson flip-flops. I'm stealing that one. I'm stealing that one, keyboard. I'm totally stealing that one. All right, North Carolina's back there. We need to go murder the Sims. Oh, hi, Chaser. All right, a little bit of hot Sims on Sims action there in mid as my team on the other flank has just completely effing folded. So we're 1 ship down. They own more of the board. We should be able to clean this up a little bit, I want to believe. Their mass seems to be slicing through the team like a hot knife through butter. Do we have a Baltimore? They had a Baltimore? Why did I just see... No, okay, for some reason I thought there was a Baltimore on the board. Okay, clearly not. All right. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's put our speed back on. Let's get back into the war. The Groningen is going to be a problem. All right, Chaser bought it. We're going to take a shot at the Groningen here. Right before we lose him. Good. He took a good hit there. Unfortunately, they've let that Tirpitz live, and now it's going to cost us big. Oh, good. The Amagi's firing HE. Well, it's a good thing we don't intend on winning anytime soon. Okay, good. They murdered the Tirpitz, but I don't think they can hold the cap. Well, maybe they can. We'll see. There you go, Amagi. Okay, Harlem took some punishment there. That's good. We needed that desperately. We got to stay on the mass. We put the mass down, I think we can kill the Harlem. Actually, let me swap to the Harlem here for a minute. Oh, he's shooting at me. That's a problem. Go away. Nobody asked you. Okay, they're going to kill the mass. Once they kill the mass, if we have to, we can push back in and kill the Groningen. Mass is out. Perfect. Come on, boys. I need to get my guns online, then we're going to burn a reload booster. Come on. There we go. Burn, baby, burn. Dutch Inferno. Yeah, you're screwed. All right. Now we can push the Groningen and make him sorry that he's around. In the meantime, solid little game in Algerie.
Engine boost deactivated.
Benson was smart enough to not push a Hydro Destroyer and get murdered. So, huge props to the Benson for not being dumb. Okay, so I clearly have the wrong YouTube chat open. Oh, well, let's just hope it's working. Because I'm not seeing everything in YouTube chat that I should be seeing, so my apologies, guys. If you're talking on YouTube and I'm not seeing it, I apologize. It seems to be a quirk of everything crapping out on me earlier. Now, the Groningen probably feels pretty good about his life going up against a Benson in a 1v1, and frankly, I don't blame him. If I was this Benson, I would not be pushing up. There's no need for him to do it right now. The Groningen is literally now the last thing on the opposing team. You guys can see it over here, and I'm just noticing it as well, right? Yeah, Benson, that's not going to work out for you, buddy. I think you're going to get dead. You got to be careful. No, you're going to win this gunfight? Look at you. Look at the hero Benson, ladies and gentlemen. Hot damn. That's not a gunfight I would have taken. Very nice. Well done. I have not. Evil, I need to write that one down. Hang on a minute. It probably would. There's got to be something. Oh, I'm going to compliment the Benson. There's got to be something that will do better for chat than this kludge way I've got it working right now. Okay. Thank you for the reminder on Chatterito. Not bad. Algerie is a really good tier 7 heavy cruiser, right? Like, yeah, Benson totally gets a comp. Crushed it. Amagi did pretty well there. Took out. Yep. Solid little game. Actually, Atlantico had a good game, too. Must have been on the other flank. I don't remember seeing him. He did, Cab, and I guess he realized, look, we're going to win anyway, so screw it. Even if I die, I'm going to go maximize my damage. It's probably a good call. And he picked up a tier 9 kill at the end for a nice XP boost, so that's solid. Like, you can't argue that. I like Algerie. Algerie is still a good boat all these years later. We were talking earlier, somebody was asking about French ships. Now you see why, right? Like, I really like the French ships. I think they're really, really solid. Okay. What else we got in the queue? We got Flint. Okay. YouTube wanted Munich. Let's go play a Munich game. Here we go. Ship named after a city I was just at last week. All right, let's take a... This is all fine. This is all fine. Yep. Ooh, is that... I mean... Do I have roll-off charges? Oh my god, I have roll-off charges. Wargaming hates us. Wargaming hates us. Why does Wargaming hate us? I don't understand. I'm going to run steering gears. I don't know why I have propulsion mod. That does not feel good. There. That's probably better. Oh, and I got to fix this crap. Yikes. What is this trash? No. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Why do I have turret traverse? I don't know. What is my turret traverse? 15? I don't know. Probably should go for... I mean, aiming mod, maybe? Aiming mod probably would be smarter. Don't want secondaries. Don't want AA guns. Yeah, aiming mod probably make more sense. Yeah, I mean, less than 2.5 second buff. Yeah, it probably makes more sense. Yeah, it pisses me off that the light cruisers get shafted with destroyer hunting. Like, they ought to be really good at it, and they're just not. It's kind of irritating. All right, Munich. For somebody on YouTube wanted this boat, so we'll play it. I like this ship better than Weimar. Basically, the request was Weimar or Munich, and I would much rather play this ship. Weimar is essentially a York with the big racks of the triple 150mm German guns. The guns are great. The hull still has like a 12-something detection, and for a light cruiser with those ballistics, it feels kind of rough. Now, speaking of rough, I'm like one of only 2 tier 7 boats in this match on my team, which feels pretty awful. Especially since the opposing tier 7 cruiser is a Maya, who will easily outlive me. Ugh. So I have to be... And, of course, there's planes, so my stealth doesn't mean a whole lot. So we'll see how this goes. I have to be smart. It would be smart of me to make friends with a destroyer and use his smoke, but this Moss may or may not do that. I'll stay near him and see if I can make it work, but don't know. So, Chaser, I was running the throttle mod for that, probably. But I'm obviously... I mean, I don't think I've been getting a ton of use out of it. So, oh, good. The Moss is like AFK. Just what we needed. Armored, I'm glad somebody likes you, Dachi. The one thing this ship's got going for it is she's fairly stealthy. I would agree, Chaser. I'm giving you my preference. I prefer this ship to Weimar. Are both perfectly valid options? 100%. There's not a damn thing wrong with either boat. I just prefer this ship. I think the guns on this ship are easier to get on target, and they fire faster, which I'm a big fan of. They have a better reload. Yeah, so tomorrow on Twitter and everything, we're going to be announcing our big fundraiser streams. for May. And of course, it's May. And so starting on the weekend of the 11th and 12th and the following weekend, which is like the 18th, 19th, we got tournaments to cast. Both Zath and I will be doing coverage of Warship Masters Invitational and the 2024 Warship Masters. So I'll have plenty of codes to give out for all of that. We're going to have all the codes we could want to shake a stick at. My struggle is I just need to figure out why they have disappeared off of my Discord list. So I will work on that over the weekend. Do not think I want to give... Oh, he's using the Gothic camo. God, I love that camo. Oh, why did I have AP in the barrel? I got that shit for free. They don't have anybody out here. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. Let's friggin' go. Okay, now it's not free anymore. It was free for a minute. Now he's gonna try and shoot me. Somebody's gonna try and shoot me. Oh, there's a Mahan over here. Look at that. You want to smoke, Moss. You want to smoke, Moss. You want to smoke, Moss. Oh my god, smoke. Why do Destroyer players insist on dying when they could live? I am just baffled by this choice. Alright, Mahan. You and me, buddy. Yeah, the entire other... So everyone that spawned on the other flank left and is over here now. Makes total sense, doesn't it? Like 7 ships moving as a giant pack. While that Jutland and the Maya are just going to run into our cap circle and laugh while they crush us. Alright, now we don't know where the Mahan effed off to. Doesn't look like he's moved up. He might still be sitting in smoke. Probably not. I'm not seeing him fire over here. Aha, look who I have found. Hey, what up, my dude? How you doing?
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes, direct front.
Nope. Try again. LOL, I torpedoed a destroyer.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Hey, I'm gonna go sit up in this American smoke. Let's friggin' go, baby. Aw, smoke is expiring. Feels bad. So, yep. All right, well, since no one else will go back and actually play for the win, why did everyone who spawned west come east? What a waste. That's the Jutland in our cap. Probably the Jutland and the Salmon. Well, this will be an easy loss because every battleship on my team doesn't have the brains God gave an ant, which feels bad. Gee, I wonder what happens if the entire team all goes to the same place. Huh. I wonder. What could possibly happen? Idiots. And even now, no one is turning back. Well, I'm not going to get there in 60 seconds. This is literally up to the carrier to get a reset. Bismarck is dumb. Okay, we found the Cheatland. Hit the Cheatland for a reset. There's the Jutland. Can I reset him? I doubt it. They have like 5 ship... And the Bismarck is going to cockblock me. All right, the carrier at least got us a reset. That's something. Yeah, this Littorio doesn't frighten me. Let's see if he dev strikes me. Basically. He basically dev strikes me, yeah. Dear God, this team is made of idiots. The carrier saved our bacon by getting a reset. Yeah, the Bismarck ate 30k and then managed to block me and slow me down, which then meant that I got hammered by the Littorio. Yay. I mean, I'm going to die out here. This is literally a waste of my time. I will be dead in moments out here. But I have to do something. See what I mean? Like, Wow. So... Munich is a fun ship to play, but unfortunately, when your team is made of that many idiots, you don't actually get to play the game. You just lose in 5 minutes. So, feels bad. Hang on, Tactical. I'm trying to read what this means. I mean... Yeah, Kirages, they basically threw that game. Like, they just threw it. They just woke up and were like, we feel like losing. Let's lose. Let's all go to the same place and then wonder why we lost. All you have to do is defend the cap. Like, it's standard battle. If you all leave the cap, guess what happens? The enemy team caps and you lose. Who could have predicted it? Who could have predicted it? Morons. All right, Black Duke wants a Zara game. Let's do this. Let's see what else we got in here. Mr. October, I'm gonna send your Fiji points back. I'm not feeling Fiji tonight. I've done a lot of British light cruiser lately. All right, Chaser, have a good one, man. I don't mind standard battle. I actually quite enjoy standard battle because different ships have have strengths in standard battle that they don't have in domination games. Well, you're not wrong, Tactical. Here's the thing, though. I've seen worse. I've played worse, man. I've seen worse. The other thing you have to remember is that, boats requires... There's a lot of knowledge that goes into this game. No, I'm with you there, Sam. When you're there to get like playing a destroyer to standard battle frequently feels really bad. Because your raison d'etre is capping and control, and in a map like this, you're not capping anything, are you? So, now what I like about it, though, is it I won't say it forces, it encourages you as a destroyer captain to look for other things to be doing. If you find yourself playing a destroyer in a standard battle, what does that mean? It means, well, you're not going to get your XP off of capping, more than likely. What are you going to have to get your XP on? You have to get your XP off of spotting. You're going to have to get your XP off of being smart and living a long time, because a late-game destroyer in a standard battle is a huge asset. It just, you know, it requires a different mindset, which, frankly, I like. I like breaking things up on occasion, especially as a destroyer. As a battleship or a cruiser, very little changes, in my opinion, in a standard battle. Your mission is still to slaughter the opposing team, but as a destroyer, you play, in my mind, you approach a standard battle quite differently. Now, in Azara, my detection is high enough that I don't want to push up quickly, especially since the ships that should be spotting for me are running away. So I have to wait. The Steward apparently is the only one with balls and brains simultaneously. So I have to wait for him to get over here to do spotting for me.
Welcome.
Matthias, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Like, I'm just going to downvote this guy already, because he just doesn't understand how to play the ship. The Nicholas spawned mid. Him hanging back toward mid sort of makes sense a little bit. The Moss going over there is just dumb. I don't understand the thought. Oh, right. I have sub-surveillance on this boat. Look at that. All 20 seconds of it. All right, the Akatsuki's going to bump into me in a minute. And I don't want to get spotted yet. We don't know where the new Mex is. We know the Repulse is mid, the New York is on the other side. The new Mex is somewhere north of us. So I'm going to get angled out on the... Okay, there's the new... Oh, okay. Well then, if all the battleships are somewhere else, then screw it. Let's go push some destroyers and murder them. I'll use this island over here. See if I can sneak up on the Akatsuki and the Mahan a little bit, while the Steward maybe pinches them back from mid. Let's see. Oh, look, a Mahan got torpedoed while sitting in his own smoke. Who could have predicted it? Okay, I'm lit, which means the Akatsuki is out over here. No. Maybe over here now. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Figure it out. Repulse is probably looking for a shot. Yeah, Repulse's shells are already inbound. Lucky for me, he can't lead. Oh, hey. What up, Akatsuki? That's gonna feel bad for you, huh? When I 2-salvo you?
Smoke generator started. Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes, direct.
LOL, nope. Try again.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Well, I think you guys are screwed, but we'll find out how screwed you might actually be. The Akatsuki's basically a 1-salvo kill. Hey, what up?
Enemy severely damaged. Smoke screen set.
All right, where's my Akatsuki, buddy? You're next.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Oh, crap. Oh, actually, hold on. I might live. Hold on. You're going with me, though.
Dead ahead.
Oh, I took one. I took two. That feels bad, but I took him with me.
Torpedoes to port. Problem solved, sir.
All right, that was totally worth it. All right, let's keep going. I'm a dead man, and I sort of don't care. What's up, Zath? Oh, man. Okay, you're watching... Why are you watching The Gathering after the finale? You did it wrong. No, you watched The Gathering first. What are you doing? How can you watch any B5 after that finale? The finale always leaves me just gutted. Oh, Zath, that's terrible logic, and we both know it. No, it doesn't. The Gathering is the pilot. The Gathering is the pilot episode. You watch that at the beginning of the show. How can you watch the show without having watched the pilot? Please tell me you didn't. Please tell me that you did not make Kelly watch the show without showing her the pilot. I disagree, Merton. I'm not going to yell at I'm not going to Warner Brothers. I'm going to yell at you. You're smarter than that. You know better. I'm 100% going to yell at you. Yeah, but you're watching it too late. You watch the pilot episode at the beginning. It introduces everybody. That's the point. OMG.
We've spotted an enemy submarine.
Hey, look, I died. Fun game. Whatever. Do you see my point, Zath? You're screwing it up. No, oh my God, get out of here. Get out of here. How? I have been dealing with stupid random players, and now I have to deal with Zath trying to explain to me that he's too dumb to watch Babylon 5 in the correct order? What is happening tonight? I've been watching this show for 25 years. I'm going to show it to you out of order just to see what happens. No! Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I love your BS excuse. Instead of watching them in the order that they aired, I'm going to watch them in the order that they were placed on the disc. It's like that. Like, they were aired in an order for a reason, and you're going to do it backwards. Even though you know better. Even though you're smart enough to know better, you're going to do it backwards. Like, why? There's things that happen in the pilot that get referenced in the first season, and the second season, and the third season. And you showed the wife the whole show, and she has never seen the pilot? Come on. So, Zath, there is a valid argument to be made there, okay? But Star Wars is also not a serialized television novel that was written and produced in a specific order for a reason. Star Wars ended up being a movie franchise that just happened to run for 30 years because they felt like it, not because it was planned that way from day one. So the comparison is kind of garbage. The machete order is valid. Okay, I'm with you there. But you know Babylon 5. Come on, man. Why would you watch the pilot after the series finale? What are you doing? That's so bizarre. Oh, I'm never going to get over this. Okay. What else is in the queue? Can't listen, doing stupid things. Okay, Zath, you do your thing, buddy. I'm gonna take this. You know what? I gotta say, guys, I'm irritated enough. Let's go play Regalo in ranked. Let's go play Regalo. I'm gonna take Electric's request. We're gonna play Regalo in ranked. We're gonna go do the dumbest thing we possibly can. Let's have fun with it. Because I have no stars at this tier and I don't care. Oh my god. I am just absolutely effing baffled. Why would you? That's like saying I sat down to watch all 7 seasons of TNG, and after the series finale, I went back to watch Encounter at Farpoint. Why? 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 Oh my god. And now the chat window has disappeared out of OBS. All right. Let's see if I can get it to unscrew itself. Okay, good. It unscrewed itself. Thank you. Earlier that happened and I had to go through a whole thing. So Grant, as I understand it, the theory behind the Machete Order of Star Wars is, 4 and 5, of course, were the first 2 films made. So watching them sort of together cohesively starts to tell the story in the way that Lucas envisioned it, I believe, is the theory. But once you have the big reveal of, Luke, I am your father, right? Then people are like, well, how did this happen? And so now you go back and you watch 1, 2, and 3 as like flashbacks. At least that's how I understand the logic. Now, is that a thing? Does it work? I don't know, right? But that's the theory. I know, Cluster. It's impossible for you to have known this secret 50 years after it was revealed. I'm not gonna, guys. I'm not gonna give you spoiler warnings on a movie that released 44 years ago. That's not gonna happen. If you haven't watched it, that's on you. Okay. Okay. Glad we had this little chat. I know, right, Meso? What does that make us? Absolutely nothing, which is what you are about to become. That is Rick Moranis' best part ever. Like the man was a comedic genius in his time in Hollywood. That was his best part, hands down, unquestionably. It's not even a contest. So Altador, I think it makes sense, right? Because that's I mean, when you watch the first time you're exposed to those films, right? You get to Empire Strikes Back and you get to that big climactic scene. And you're like, whoa, timeout, flag on the play. What? What just happened? I actually watched a clip. YouTube fed me a clip the other day. No, Zap, you're right. There's no question. YouTube fed me a clip the other day of Mark Hamill. He was giving an interview. And something that I didn't know. Apparently the script that they were working off of was basically written such that it did not have the words, I am your father. It said, Obi-Wan killed your father. And he said after they had filmed the scene or something, Kirshner took him aside and basically told him, hey, this is what's actually going to happen. And so apparently he was, and basically Hamill was, of course, just stunned, like, holy crap, are you serious? Yes. And was told basically, now you know, and I know, and Lucas knows, and that's it. So if it leaks, we know you did it. But he did it, apparently they told him this after he filmed the scene, which I thought was interesting. I didn't know that. Who was that? Buzzkill with the raid. Thank you so much. And we got a shout out? Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right. We have no idea where the daring is. The Ohio's going to try and reverse. No, he's just going to play throttle games. Okay, I'm not doing anybody any good over here. And they're not going to be able to shoot the Moskva. So I'm going to turn around and go back.
All stations, concentrate.
Plus, if the Moskva gets curious and decides to radar me while I'm over here, the Ohio secondaries are going to chew me up, and I don't feel like dealing with it. Now, if the Ohio will back off and leave, I have the opportunity to charge and probably torpedo the bejesus out of the Moskva. But the Ohio has to not be there in order for me to pull that off, in my mind. Now, the Ohio might try to push him. That would actually be clever. Let's see. I'm going to head back towards mid and see if I can back up and try and help murder this daring. I'll back up my Ohio here, back there in mid. I'm going to trust my Ohio here in front of me to push up and murder the Moskva. It's probably a mistake, but that's what I'm doing.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Go get him. Go get him, slow kill.
Engine boost activated.
Because I think that daring is camped on that heal buff. We're going to go find out. If he's not, we're going to go get it.
Engine boost deactivated.
Or is that the daring? No, the daring's on the far side over there. They don't have anybody else to camp in smoke. Okay, so the daring bailed. All right, we're going to go pick up the heal buff then. And then maybe I'll go run this daring down. I should be able to kill him, I think. Maybe. We'll find out. I probably can't pull the torpedo charge trick on a Kurfürst because Hydro Battleship. Okay, so let's back off. Let's grab the heel and then back off. Oh, hey, what up?
Smoke generator started.
Always nice that when as soon as I get spotted, everybody on their team. How did the Ohio get dead? Dear God, what a dumbass. He should not be dead. Kill him, Des Moines.
Stop exploding, you coward!
Kill him, Des Moines.
You did. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
All right.
Smoke screen set.
Now we have to murder the Moskva. Except that we can't murder the Moskva. It's literally me and the Minotaur? For God's sake. No, the DM. The DM's still alive. Okay. Oh, my holy God. All my battleships made of the stupids. No, you're fine, Sinboto. I think you're missing out. I think B5 is an excellent show when you're missing out. But the DM is probably dead here. Well, no, the Ohio missed, hilariously. Okay, now I'm getting the occasional lag spike. That's new. I need these torpedoes to land.
Smoke generator started.
Oh my god. Okay.
Engine boost activated. Smoke screen set.
The Minotaur is going to get his face melted by the Ohio as soon as he shows up. Yeah, it's going to be down to me. It's going to be up to me to try to salvage this game. There's no way the Minotaur will live that long. And I've grounded myself on an island because I'm bad. Yeah. Yeah. You are the last hope of your team of dummies, whose battleship suicided and left you to die. Now, maybe the Minotaur gets lucky with some torpedoes, but it doesn't look like it. Well, I don't think charging the Moskva is the play, but I don't think I have many other plays to make, so probably should just get to it. What is that? Oh, that's... Oh, Dazzle kicking off. Badass. How about Dazzle? Bring it on, Moskva. Let's go, baby. I can tell you don't respect my guns. So, Regalo is trash even in this format. At the same time, I mean, Zath, you're on crack. So glad we established this. At the same time, like, at least the Minotaur showed up to play, but what in the hell were my battleships doing? Like, oh my god. That physically hurts. Zath, you're literally telling people, here's how I want you to, okay. I want you to pick a book up off your shelf. A book. Pick a novel. A novel. I want you to skip the first 2 chapters. Start at chapter 3. Read the whole thing, and then go back and read the first 2 chapters. That's literally what you're telling people to do. It's dumb. No, they didn't, Karajas. They were Garbo. Oh, my God. Physically painful. At least we had some fun earlier in the evening, I suppose. All right, let's take Puddin's request. I mean, again, we disagree, but that's okay. Ah, Penguin. I agree with you, but that's not what he said. That's not what he said. It's one thing to read the complete story end to end and then go back and read the beginning again. That's one thing. That's not what he said. It's, hey, I started reading the story at chapter 3, read the whole thing. There's a whole bunch of things. There's a whole bunch of things I didn't understand because I skipped the first 2 chapters. Well, maybe you should work on that. Zath, quit trying to use Warner Brothers' incompetence as your excuse. Again, quit trying to use Warner Brothers' incompetence as your excuse. Someone who's been watching the show for 30 years knows better. Wow. This spawn is terrible. Look at this. 6, 4, and 2? What the hell is this? Oh my god. And see, I would disagree. Because things happen in the pilot that get referenced in many other episodes. The Changeling Net comes back. The false accusation against Sinclair comes back. Lita comes back? Like, when you meet Lita, when she comes back at the end of the 2nd season, if you've never watched the pilot, you don't even have a fucking clue who Lita Alexander is. You've never seen her before in your life. You're like, wait a minute, who is this chick? Why does she matter? How does everyone know her? I don't know. I skipped the first 2 chapters. I don't know. See, now the fun part is Zath is just staying in here milking it because he knows he can get me riled up. All right, well, I don't want to be on this flank. That's for damn sure. I am kind of sorry that I didn't take defensive fire, which I normally do in randoms, but, oh, well, we'll make it work. Gearing looks like he's going to get his face melted off. We'll see how well... That's a radar minnow. Maybe not. We'll see how he does. Okay, the Hakuryu player is just like... Let's go and charge and lose all my planes and stuff. I don't understand that mentality. That thought process legit confuses me, but okay. I haven't made my Learn to Play Minotaur video yet, but it's coming. The game has been played. I just have to record the video this weekend. I was glad to get Neptune done. It took me way too long to get that Neptune game. Way too long to get that Neptune game. Now, why do I have... What's my range? 17.8. Okay. Oh, why did I have AP in the barrel? Hilariously, it might still work out. Huh, this ship handles like trash. I'm about to get slapped. Shocking. Who could have predicted it? Who could have predicted that I would get citadeled at 20 kilometers? I remember when Hindenburg used to be good. This used to be a good ship. And Wargaming ruined it. They ruined the whole thing. Hey, look, we're talking about Babylon 5. Guys, I found Jakar. Check it out. And not just Jakar 1. Guys, that's Jakar 4. Just in case you were confused. Oh, for God's sake.
Spotter returning to ship.
I miss Andreas. Andreas was awesome. Burn! Burn, little Zeton. Burn like the pig dog you are. Oh, now you're turning in. Well, that's going to make my AP a little less effective. Oh, hi, Smolensk. How are you, buddy?
Ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
I say, I don't think the Smolensk understands that I can hit him back there. I think he legit thinks I can't hit him back there. That's a mistake. Ha! Well, I wasn't the only one that could hit him either, so he's dead. I just love playing Hindenburg now. Right? If you play it mid-range, you die. If you play it long-range, you die. There's no winning in this ship anymore. And now there's literally nothing on this map that we can spot because Greece is a terrible map. Yeah, I miss Andreas. He was fabulous. I'll never forget meeting him at Dragon Con 25 years ago. Just a great experience. Tons of fun getting to chat with him and talk to him. Lovely man. I miss him. Great actor. Hey, Shimakaze. How you doing, buddy? Bow on to a Montana. Bow on to a Montana, ladies and gentlemen. Smashed. Just love it. Just love it. Now I have to run because there's somebody let a Des Moines sail into the middle of the map. Super fun. Yep, fun game.
Returning to ship.
Oh, good. Wouldn't want the game to be fun. This is why I don't play tier 10. Look at where my battleships are. Sitting behind the middle of the map, unable to hit or do anything.
Problem solved, sir.
It's just ridiculous. Literally no point to it. Didn't everybody have a massive crush on Claudia Christian? Like, she was smoking hot. How could you not have a crush on her? I got my revenge on the Kerr first.
Battleship destroyed.
I love how the Minotaur on the 10 line is whining at me. Terp, I wouldn't know anything about that. Hey, look, the Montana's about to dunk me at 18 clicks again. I'm shocked. I'm so tired of this game.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
I'm tired of being the only one that anybody on the enemy team is shooting at. While my 2 Montanas hang around in mid and have nothing to do. If only you guys did something. I want to reach out and shake these Montanas. There's an old meme about do something. I want to shake these Montanas. Do something! They're sailing around behind islands. They got nothing to shoot at. While I have 1.5 million potential damage back here in a heavy cruiser. Oh, look, they finally did something. All right. How about them apples? This Sherman's just like, I can hit you at this range, my dude. You know that, right? You don't handle that well. Yeah, so many of the B5 actors are gone. It feels bad. All right, I'm about to be broadside of the St. Vincent if I open fire right here. I think if I'm going to continue shooting, I need to go ahead and angle away. And put some pressure on this St. Vincent, maybe? Maybe. We're going to try it. There we go. Love all of that. Let's keep hitting him some more. He can't see me right now. That's amazing. All right, St. Vincent should be out right here. He's going to take enough of those. He's dead. All right. Did the music quit and I missed it? No, music's going. I'm about ready to go sail up against this Des Moines and torpedo it. I'm kind of tired of his crap. I'm still behind this Sherman, as slow as he is. No, it's Pretzel, guys. The Bismarck rammed the Hakuryu. Well, that makes total sense, doesn't it? All right. Minotaur's coming around to murder the DM. Let's see what happens. For starters, let's load the AP. I don't know if he's got heals left. Looks like he's not going to live that long. So it sort of doesn't matter. So, Merton, Julie Caitlin Brown played better than Toth, but I do not care for the actress. She is, yeah. She's a piece of work. I've met her a couple of times. She for a while, she would occasionally act as an agent for the cast members who would come to, like, Dragon Con and stuff. And she was a piece of work. Well, I want the chance to murder this Des Moines, but I'm going to lose it because we're going to win the game here in a few seconds. Oh, my God. What a game. It's the whiniest Minotaur I think I've ever seen. Dude whined about everything. Yeah, Courage, this is why I don't like playing Tier 10 a lot of the time. It's just, it is exhausting, to put it lightly. You know? Minnow played a great game. It's hilarious to me that the opposing Hakuryu continue to challenge his AA all game. Like, dude had 55 plane kills. That should, I mean, he probably doesn't have much invested in his AA, and he has 55 plane kills. That tells you how good the AA on that boat is. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, hilarious that that's all that guy did all game. Oh, man. Okay, how we doing? All right. 15 more minutes left. That was for Puddin'. Let's see. I have 6 requests left in the queue. Let's go back. Let's go back to 7. No, I'm not playing ranked. Done playing ranked for a while. All right. Abyss wants me to play Kid. I should play Kid. So that leaves me with probably one more game to try and squeeze in. Electric, I'm not going to play Tokachi. Jumper wants Iowa. I'm going to skip that. I'm not playing Florida. That leaves me with Flint or York. Or I haven't played Wisconsin, guys. I haven't played Wisconsin. I feel like I should play Wisconsin. Like, I've built the ship, but I haven't played it. I feel like I should play it. So let's do this. Ice Rose, that's a good point. Okay, we'll save Wisconsin for a different stream. That's a good point. So here's what I'm gonna do. Garages, I'm gonna take your Flint request, and Nozzle, I'm gonna send your points back on York. I did that backwards. Apologies. I just accepted the York request. Okay, so we're gonna play York and skip Flint. My apologies. We're going to flop it around. So we're going to play York, and we're going to play Kid, and then York. So let's play Kid, which will be over here because she's a Fletcher. And therefore gets a flag and always stays at the right end of the port. Let's go play Kid. We'll play Kid for Abyss, and then we'll play York for Nozzle, and then that will call it a night. So Garages, apologies. I'm going to send your Flint points back this evening. Man. I'm wondering, I play games like that in Hindi, and I have to think to myself, okay, what am I doing wrong? Right? Like, what is it about this ship that's changed that it feels so much worse than it used to? Okay, the good news is I have a carrier. I have a carrier. That means I have planes to murder. This is good. Wix York is a great boat, but I'll tell you straight up, Hipper is amazing. And Rune, honestly, the line only gets better. Hipper is good. Rune is ridiculous. And I absolutely adore Hindenburg. Hindenburg has not aged well. We were having a conversation in the CC chat the other day, CC Discord, right? And Bogsy pointed out, he goes, you know, some of the time when we go back and do, are they any radar? They have no radar, but they do have 6 battleships plus planes. He said, you know, sometimes when we go back and we do these balance passes on older ships, he said some of the reason is because you guys, talking to the CCs, some of that's because you guys will come into the Discord and highlight ships that you think are suffering in the modern game or haven't aged well or need a look. He goes, and sometimes we'll go back and we'll look and we'll agree with you. And so we'll make some balance changes. He said, so please continue to give us that kind of feedback. When he said that, I was encouraged. And I thought, you know, if I had the chance, what would I put on that list? Like, if I was to sit down and just pick 5 ships that I really think need a look, what would those 5 ships be? I want your opinion, chat. What are like, I don't know, I say 5, 2 or 3 ships in the game that you think need some love. They haven't, tech tree, not premium, tech tree ships. Give me tech tree ships, guys. 1911 says Zhao. I think that's reasonable, but I gotta say, Zhao is still really strong. KGV, I think you could make a case for. There are garages I don't think I agree. No, Hobbs, go pound sand. Buff Smolensk. Give me a break. Buff Smolensk. Crack addict. Montana? What? Nah, Rune is stupidly good. The German cruiser line doesn't have a weak ship in it, right? York used to be. Once, long ago, York was the weak ship in the line, but that's not a thing anymore.
Requesting fire support. Concentrate fire on the designated target. We'll go.
Now, Gaelic, I think that's probably a valid thing. It's calling out some of the Tier 9 ships specifically. That's probably fair. There's a lot of Tier 9 ships that were not designed, tested, or even conceived of, you know, when before super ships were a thing, right? So, I'll buy that. It's not just EU. Well, Nefarious, good luck. I hope the guide helps. It's not just EU, Bedouin. Like, the game is getting Monarch Super Heal. Like, just everyone is getting it. Come on, Martel. I'm spotting him for you. Murder him. All of you need to murder this guy. Come on. What are we doing? How have you guys not murdered this Fiji yet? Mein Gott. Okay, Fiji bought it. But the problem is the KG-5 is coming, and I don't think I can win a gunfight against a Huron with a KG-5 participating. Now, here's what I am going to do. What are you doing, KG? I'm going to duck back into the cap briefly, long enough to see what this guy does. Are you turning towards? If you turn towards, I'm out of here. Yep, we're done. You're going to get the torps to the face, but we are out of here. You're not the only one. You're not the only one with a heal, Huron. Get out of my cap. Oh, good. The KG had AP loaded. I sort of don't care. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blow smoke here. This KG-5, I don't understand what this guy's doing exactly. Like, he's just pushing. Like, crazy aggressive push. Hashtag confused screaming kind of push. The Mahan is back in that smoke. And I got a sign-op up here. But he's going to sneak out and camp behind islands, maybe. Okay, good. Torpedoes are going to miss. Yeah, I know. They missed. Okay, hold on. Holy shit, did our other flank fold that quickly? Dear God. This Ruprecht is just like, drive forward until they're all dead or something. I don't know what the hell's going on over here, but let's not hang out for it. Okay. We know the Huron's alive. We know where the Mahan is. The Huron is probably going to try to get into D here in a minute. We need to kill this guy. Somebody needs to kill this guy. Like, why are you letting a Ruprecht wander through the middle of the board? Oh my God. What's up, Mongol? Adriatico. I like that. Veneto, yes. The top end of the Italian battleship line absolutely needs some help. Like, unquestionably needs some help. It's not even a contest. Where are this Alsace's guns looking? Right at me. All right, so we're going to wait for him to fire. Then we're going to pick on him. Mahan's going to go cap, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not sitting up there with no support. Mm-hmm. Double fire, you're done. Okay, we know where the Vauquelin is, we know where the Benson is, we know where the Mahan is, we suspect we know where the Huron is. Goodbye, Alsace. All right. There's the Implacable. I'm half tempted to cut right through mid and go help try and murder him. The Synop's going to appear right about here in a minute. Yep, y'all should kill that guy.
Attention, reporting the target position.
There we go. All right. They're down to the 3 destroyers and the carrier, and that is all. So now I'm going to have to do a little spotting, I think. Keep the implacable lit for a bit. There's the Huron. How you doing, my friend? I'm going to let the battleships try and chew you up a little bit. Or the Lex or something. I'll get in on you in a moment. Do-do-do. Now he turned. Okay. That's fine. We'll get to him in a minute.
You did it. You crazy son of a
Falkland
bitch.
won. He should have. That's good. Okay, Lex got dunked. He's gonna probably try and reverse. Let's go murder the Mahan. We should be able to murder the Mahan now. Who was that? Was that Osprey with the gifted sub? Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Welcome in. All right, now the Mahan I'm expecting to pop out right here in front of me. Right here. Let's see what happens. Yep. As expected. He's trying to tort me. He just lost the torpedo launcher forever. Good night. I'm going to let you get that cap. I'm gonna go murder this guy. I have a heal and he doesn't, and my guns are pretty solid, so we ought to be able to murder him. Just gotta chase him down until he's dead. I think he grounded himself in there.
Torpedoes direct front.
Do. Gneiss is gonna cap, then I'm gonna cap, then Implacable's gonna die, and we win. You're welcome, DS9. I accept your blame. I accept your blame.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Edinburgh is an excellent ship.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Yep. I gotta cut that clip down. But yep, solid. Solid. Love it. Not my best game, not my worst. I will not complain. Soyuz Vok had a great game. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so then. It is time for the last game of the night. That's going to be in York. I just need to pull up Germany. All right, let's see what kind of matchmaking we get. How do I have this shit built? Yep, fine. All fine. All right, so we've gone for heavy AP, which on this boat is not bad. Top grade gunner, which, given my concealment, makes total sense. Concealment, yeah. Yeah, okay. This feels okay. This is probably the one questionable skill, maybe, but I'm willing to give it a go. And then she's built out okay. Flags are probably legit. Flags are fine. This is all good. We're playing Hydro. We're not playing defensive fire. Okay. Yep. Flags are good. All right, let's do it. York, last game of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, Hetman, good question. Who is Ginger still over there? She's got her headphones on. Right now, so far, Hetman, I have to say Yabushige. We're 3 episodes in, and Yabushige is hilarious, right? He's the ultimate, he's that guy on your team that doesn't have your back. And it's very clear that Toranaga knows he doesn't have his back. And yet, what I love about Toranaga's character is that he's I'm going to use all the tools I have in my toolbox kind of guy, right? Just because someone is not fully trustworthy doesn't mean you discard them. It means you use them correctly. And I love Yabushige's I love the interactions he has with Blackthorn, right? The little moments that they have sometimes, like I think it's the very first episode, right, where he like basically dares Yabushige to go down off the cliff to rescue the Spanish pilot. So Yabushige, fine, they throw the rope over and they go down and they get him, and of course Yabushige almost dies. He's about to commit seppuku when they come back with the rope and everything. He comes back up the cliff and they have that little moment where they look at each other like, Blackthorn's like, okay, respect, and Yabushige's like, you barbarian jackass, I did it. They have that little moment. There's no words. They just look at each other, and the actors play it so perfectly. It's all body language, and it's great. I'm adoring the actor who plays Yabushige and the way that he's portraying him so far. Who was that? Kiraji's with the gifted sub. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. What's going on here, fellas? Why do I have 2 AFK destroyers? Okay, one of you is waking up. There's the other one. Why did that take 90 seconds? Yeah, McGruff, I loved that scene. I adored that scene. It was so good. Yeah, Vladeshi, it feels that way, right? The unspoken moments between characters so far have been super important and super impactful, and I've been loving it. I'm really, really enjoying Shogun. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch more. So good. Cluster. Yeah, probably not. Okay, so whoever he is right up here somewhere. Since my destroyers are so slow, I will simply back off. However, I will keep my guns in the game because sooner or later, someone's going to get spotted. Yep, called it. Wow, you guys are super deep in that cap, too. Look at you. Look at you, boys. That Acosta's just porpoising. Look at him go, man. Look at him go. Akatsuki is still here. Really? That's a surprise. All right, Akatsuki. We'll play your game, buddy. Ooh, Atlanta got smacked. Atlanta got crushed. Let's try and help. Let's try and help crush the Atlanta. Nope. Yep. All right, Spey, Viribus Unitas. I got to watch these battleships off to my port. I still think the Akatsuki is up here being dumb. Let's go find out if I'm crazy or not. Well, wherever he is, I'm still lit. So he must not be in his smoke. Yeah, I'm too far forward. I should not be here against these clowns. Yep. Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to starboard.
All right, so my battleships are all derping around in the back line while their battleships are sitting in cap circles. I wonder who's going to win the game. Wait a minute. I think I know.
All stations requesting fire on the designated.
Well, hilariously, we're still in this game, but I gotta say, it doesn't feel like we should be.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
The Acosta is back in C. Okay. Well, there's the Acosta.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic.
Come on, guys.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Better sink this Minakaze while we can see him, or we're going to regret our life choices. I'm a little behind him there. Ooh, that works. I'll take it.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Okay, I need to back off or show a worse angle here. There we go. There we go. Come on. This is exhausting. We were tied on ships. Now we're not remotely close to being tied on ships. God, my turret traverse is really pissing me off right now. This guy's gonna die without my help. Please don't eat torpedoes, Mutsuki. Oh my god, you're stupid. Oh my god, you're stupid. Wow, that Scharnhorst... The Scharnhorst did okay. That Mutsuki might be the dumbest destroyer I've seen all night. He got torpedoed at point-blank range by a Scharnhorst. Like, you've got to be kidding me, right? What in the hell? Yeah, no, the enemy won at the loading screen. Of that much, I am convinced. The enemy won this game at the matchmaking screen when I got a whole team full of battleships that don't have the brains God gave an insect. Okay, sure.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, direct front.
Hey, what up, my dude?
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes, dead ahead. Problem solved, sir. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
You screwed with a hydro cruiser, and now you're going to die. Feels bad, huh? Feels bad.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes to port.
Oh, excellent. The Akatsuki's going to give me a chance to kill him. I'm a huge fan of this.
We spotted an enemy submarine. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Awaiting instructions.
Dummy. Just took a direct hit. Yeah, I forgot to turn Duke on tonight. That's my mistake. It's all right. He's going to take another hit right here. Enjoy your flood, my dude. York is an amazing ship. It's not my fault the team decided they didn't want to show up. I'm probably going to die before I finish this cap. Yeah, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna die making this turn, I think. Yeah, I should die. I should die right here. Let's see if he leads him right. I ought to die. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, I showed up to play. Where were the rest of you?
So you get nothing. You lose.
Yep.
Good day, sir.
But I'm gonna report a whole bunch of garbage battleship players on my way out. That's for sure. My personal favorite was the Mutsuki, who ate 3 torpedoes from a Scharnhorst at 3 kilometers. Oh my god. Unbelievable the garbage I had to sit through this game. Well, but you get a sense, though. Like, York is a good boat. That's not a boat's problem. DS9, that's unfortunate. Because, you know, Nuremberg is squishy, but she's the last ship in the German cruiser line that really can be looked at that way. The rest of the German cruisers are proper heavy cruisers. As you go up the line, they've got good armor. They've got a lot going for them, right? They're just good shit. They're good all-around, solid ships, right? And it's amazing to me how many people will still disrespect my guns, German cruisers' guns, at long range. A lot of players get used to seeing German cruisers fire nothing but HE, but the AP is devastating, even at good range, right? I've had salvos against broadside battleships at near max range in Hindenburg for 10K. right? And you can do that if they don't do something and you lead your shells right and they don't change their course, you can do that like every 9 seconds. They can't handle that for very long, right? Like, it's nasty. So they're good boats. Anyways, guys, that's it for the night. We're going to hang it up. I have had enough fun for one evening. Saturday is Star Wars Day. I had wanted to do a stream. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen. I may try and do something on Sunday. Probably not. Sunday's probably going to be dealing with other things. So next time we'll be back Monday night then, doing regular Monday night things. Back for Civ. You're welcome, Nozzle. Happy to do it. So next week will be regular schedule, Monday and Thursday. However, next weekend, not this weekend, not like this coming Saturday, but the next 2 weekends, tournament coverage. Both days, 8 a.m. start. 8 a.m. U.S. Central Time. So 6 a.m. for you West Coasters, 9 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. If you're in Europe, well, it's a much more reasonable, like after lunch, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon kind of thing. So enjoy. Hopefully you'll come by for that. We are going to have some giveaways. It'll be Zath and I doing our regular tournament coverage. I hope you'll come by and hang out with us. We love doing that for you guys. We have a blast. And we haven't done it in 6 months, so it's time. 6 or 7 months, so it's time. We're going to be announcing a Twitch event tomorrow that's going to take place over those 2 weekends, starting on the 10th. I will be plugging in some additional boat streams. So that week, the 11th is 2 Saturdays from now. So that week, and like starting then and that full next week after, I'll probably have more streams than usual and more Warships streams than usual. Probably do an extra Wednesday one, probably squeeze in a Friday one, that kind of thing to go along with all the tournament coverage. So, anyways, hope you guys will come join for some of that. I'm going to get all that uploaded into YouTube and on Discord and Twitch over the next day or so. I've been a little remiss in getting my schedule published, and I need to get the mods re-engaged so that I have enough tournament coverage when the time comes, because those are some pretty obscenely early start times. Yikes. Let's find somebody to raid. Who is out there that we can throw a raid to? Okay, so YouTube chat, apparently for some reason this thing never caught up to you guys again, and I don't know why, and I apologize. I see now that you guys were chatting, and literally none of it showed up on my screen, so I'm sorry about that. I will try. I'm going to do some more investigating. I've got to find a better chat solution, so continue to bear with me. We're going to get that figured out. I need to get that figured out before I do my giveaway stream on YouTube, which I have not forgotten. Trust me, that is still in the works. All right, I see Clyde. I see Zelda. That would be good. What else have we got going on? I see Kev. I think we'll send you guys to Clyde. I haven't rated Clyde in a bit. It's been a hot minute since we rated Clyde. Yeah, we're gonna raid Clyde. Yep, got it. Awesome, guys. Raid is up. Appreciate you being here. Hope to see you back on a future night. Thank you much. Appreciate you. Y'all take care. Peace.
There you go. That might be the best phrase for it. Very laissez-faire, very hands-off decision making. She's very good with the flow for that.